That's something we can all work on together. I mentioned last night we were in Indianapolis, Butler, David Brooks and I had a spirited conversation on stage. And I was on my best behavior all night long. I promise you I was. On my best behavior all night long until literally the last 5 minutes. I mean, you go to news meeting in Indianapolis and read about it. The last 5 minutes of our time on stage together. David, of course, is no radically conservative. He's a moderately conservative, great guy, longtime friend. But in the last 5 minutes of the conversation, out of nowhere, David said, well, Tavis, basically your last comment, I want to agree with you, and then I want to agree with you on one part, disagree on the other part. So he agreed on the first part. He said, here's where I disagree. He explained himself, and somehow, I didn't even see this coming. Somehow, in the context of his remarks about disagreeing with me, he weaved in, snuck in some Colin Capernick commentary. I said, hold up, wait a minute. How did you squeeze Colin into that? And so the debate, I guess he thought because the time was up, he was going to wobble, wobble, drop it like it's hot. And I was going to let that thing slide. The devil is a lie. So he dropped that Colin thing. I said, hold up. We can't wrap this program tonight until you get a response. That bombshell that you just dropped. You waited 2 hours? To come with that commentary at the last part of the debate? We should have started with that if you wanted to fight about that. And so David, as you might expect, made his case about why he thinks that Colin Capernick was wrong, is wrong, to take the knee. I don't need to tell you his argument. You know the argument. It's anti-American, it's this, it's that. Some of y'all feel the same way, you have that opinion, and I ain't mad at you for having that opinion. I just feel differently. First of all, as I said to David, you will know that Colin has a constitutionally protected right to protest. We talked about that for a minute, but then I got a little funky with him. Now I told him, I said, I got a real problem. I'm talking like, now imagine, I'm in Clues Hall last night in Indianapolis on the campus of Butler. Clues has three tiers of seats. Every seat was taking thousands of people. People waiting in line trying to get in last night. Thousands of folk. It wasn't raining like it is tonight, so thank you for coming out. Thousands of folk in this auditorium on every level. And I said to him in a room that was mostly white, let me say this with all the love I can to my white brothers and sisters. Now, I'm from Indiana, so I'm a son of that state. And people were very kind to me in my home state. I said, I think I've earned it right after all these years and coming back home to tell y'all the truth that I've always told you. Now, I've said so many times in my life, in my career, in my work, in my witness, that I believe, as I do, that there is nothing, it's a hard lesson to learn, I learn it perennially. I learned almost last night, with every bit of love I can muster, to white America and to those who don't like Colin's protest. Y'all can't maltreat people and then tell them how to protest. You can't mistreat people and then tell them how to respond to your mistreatment. That's just, you don't have the moral authority to do that. And you can disagree with the way we protest, but you can't mistreat me and then tell me how I can and cannot respond to your mistreatment. I think that was called slavery. And that ain't this. Yeah, you don't own us no more. So you used to be able to do that. You can't do that now. You can't mistreat me and then tell me how to respond to your mistreatment. Make me smile. No, I'm not doing that no more. Furthermore, as I said earlier, he has a constitutional right to protest if he chooses to do so. But the point I really tried to drive home last night was, when folk have lost hope, stay with me now, I'm still on this thing about optimism and hope. When people have lost hope, and they try to get you to hear their pains and their pains with a GS, but they try to get you to hear it in a way that was a little bit more docile, you didn't want to hear it. There's something about America that unless you raising some holy hell, especially and particularly in the era that we live now, you got to do something straight buck wild. Because we become so anesthetized, we're so anesthetized to people doing things the way it ought to be done, that everybody has to push the envelope, not just off the table, on the floor, out the room. I mean, it takes all that to get somebody's attention. So when people try to do it the right way, then you don't want to hear that. But then when he takes a knee, now you're mad at him. I told David last night, in this situation, it ain't about Colin was doing it to make a statement anyway. He was doing it for weeks and weeks and months and months and months before one reporter one day just happened to notice him taking a knee and asked him, why did he do that? And to his credit, he told the truth. He didn't punk out. He didn't lie. He says, I didn't do it. I didn't put a press release out a year ago when I started doing this. But since you asked, I didn't do a Kim Kardashian. Put a press release out and tweet about it and Facebook about it. I didn't do that. I just had my own quiet protest. You saw it, you asked me about it, here's my honest response. And for that, he's paid a heavy price.